Okay, hands cleaned. So this is the pan that I'm going to stick my fajita things in. So I'll reach over here and I'll get, so this is the bowl that I collected all the vegetables in, and this is probably gonna sizzle, see? So I put that all in there. And then I'm gonna go get my cabbage. I got that all heated up. Go get my cabbage. Alright, so I'll spread that out all over. I'll put my cabbage on top of there. And I'll go around to my pantry. And this is sesame oil that I use. I buy this at Costco. It is really good price. So Costco is awesome because Costco has many organic items, many, at a much cheaper price than you can find anywhere else. So I will use my cayenne pepper. So I buy this at the Sam's. So I have two memberships, Sam's and Costco, because Costco doesn't have this, and I do like glass rather than plastic. So I always try to find anything in glass so chemicals don't leach out. So I put just in the lid because it has no special lid, and that way I can control how much. And then this is too much, so I'm not going to use this, but I'm going to play. I might use this, and that's what I do. But I know I won't do more than this, and so I'll just rub that around. It's already going to be spicy, so I'm not going to do that. So see, I thought about the spiciness and thought, well, let's not do that. And so next goes chili powder. This is from Whole Foods. I don't like Whole Foods anymore. I barely go there. I barely buy anything. Just because a big company owns them now. And I try to find smaller companies so that they don't eventually work to get rid of all of my organic stuff in the future because they're trying to save money. It's about budgeting and marketing and getting more money. So I'm going to just take this, because it does have its special top on it. And so I'm just, putting that all over really good. I mean, chili powder, you want to do a good amount of chili powder. Then, again, this is from Sam's. So this is my garlic. So I will throw, see the lid? That's a good amount of garlic. We want flavor in this. Good flavor. Okay. Onion. So again, my lid. I already got some onion in there, but that's onion for biting on. Doesn't add much flavor, except on your bite. But here, we're going to put that flavor throughout. So, there we go. Next is cumin. Again, Sam's. So, maybe about that much. Let me put it in here and look and see. Okay. I might do a little more. I just play with it. As long as you don't do tablespoons and you do teaspoons, you won't affect the flavor. You'll add flavor. They'll blend and mesh together. Here's our black pepper. So here we go with this. Put some good black pepper on there. I like to add another extra layer of flavor. I believe this was bought at Kroger, definitely, yes, Simple Truth. Don't too much like Simple Truth, but sometimes I So come and buy a few things for what I need, but I try to stay with the little guy. And so this, when I took it off, didn't come off. So I just use the lid rather than take that off, especially since that clumped together. And so I put a little of this. This is a spicy chili powder that is Mexican chili. So I don't want that big thing in there. I gotta break that up sometime. So we're gonna have a very spicy dish here. It's gonna be pretty spicy. My next thing is Himalayan pink salt. Believe this came from Sam's as well. Yes, Kirkland comes from Sam's. So I just put a bunch of this on. And you can hear it cooking and searing. I'll just roll that around. That's a lot of vegetables, so we want plenty of salt. Now I'm not going to turn that yet, and I'm just going to put that over top of the lid. This is a special lid. I love to use my iron skillets. At least you can get some good iron out of your food. So this lid is a special lid that fits many different iron skillet pans. I have this one on because I'm going to prepare some eggs. Show you how I prepare eggs, because I like to eat eggs every day, and it really pairs well with vegetables. It's my protein. I do not eat meat. I am not a vegan. I had an allergic reaction to meat, and I don't eat meat because of that. And eating vegetables is healthier. So this way I get more vegetables, and I eat the eggs because there's a lot of nutrition in eggs that you can't get from vegetables. And so it's kind of a middle ground for me to get some of those healthy vitamins. So I put my egg in there. I normally throw that in my compost thing that's up in my microwave here. So I just throw that up in there. Don't use my microwave. Microwaves are very unsafe. They radiate your food. If we put ourselves in the microwave, I think we'd be dead. So when we put our food in the microwave, we really kill it. Kill the enzymes, kill everything about it, and then we eat it. So we want things that are going to be more rich in nutrients and vitamins and as alive as we can keep them, because these aren't completely dead. Not until they go back to dirt and dust are they completely dead, when the bugs eat them all. So I've got 3 eggs in there. I always cook 3 eggs. I'm going to wash my hands because I handled eggs. See? Egg juice on it. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Next thing I do to my eggs is pink Himalayan sea salt. So I love the taste of the Himalayan salt with the sesame oil. It makes a killer egg in flavor. And so now that this is cooked really well, I'll turn it. I'm going to turn the stove off because I want my eggs to stay warm. I'm going to put the eggs back away. I have a huge container that I keep eggs in because we like a lot of eggs around here. So I'm going to go wash my hands again because I handled the egg container. Now, I'm going to take the spatula that I use for my eggs. And I'm going to give this just a little bit of a stir so I can get those seasonings down in there real good. Smells good. Now, look at all those colors of the rainbow and flavor of vegetables. I'm excited. I toss that a little bit so that the flavors mingle. So I'll let that, and I usually set that little thing just up on top of there. You know, that gets hot and that's fine. And it's there instead of sticking it on the stove, because the stove isn't always sanitary. I know that lid is. And now I want to show you some other DIYs that I'm working on while that's cooking. Bring the camera over here. So, here's some of my projects. I don't know if you can see it. I've been working on this one. Let me pull it forward. I'm going to finish it with you guys and walk you through what I did with the, bought everything on this from the Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree can be very reasonable, and at times, sometimes things are cheaper somewhere else. Like flowers like these, you can get at Walmart for 97 cents. So it's a few cents cheaper. I've got this project that I did, and have not completed it, but bought the container at the Dollar Tree and the little stickers at the Dollar Tree and the paint, and painted the top, painted the bottom. So I got a plan for that. I bought this at the Dollar Tree. It was purple and orange, but I turned it orange, and I'm still working on that. Got to paint a few more of those things to kind of make it look like old. And those are going to be part of the project that I'm doing. And then another project is here. This is something I'm doing for a friend as a gift. And so I'll talk more about that when I do that one. And then let's turn around here to my craft table right now. This is the island that I haven't done yet, that I'm going to be working on. As you can see, there's the little carts back on the back side, and I'm working on reorganizing these. These are from the Dollar Tree, and I organized them with what I had. They didn't have enough white. I want to try to use all white, but I needed a place to organize since I went out and bought loads of things from the Dollar Tree. So now I've got some new white ones, and I am going to organize this and this a little better, so since I've got two. And I'm going to talk about some products that I have used and give you the experiences of their uses. Like this, I've used for inflammation. I have used for a broken finger, a broken toe, and it's just phenomenal. I've used this for anything that is a sore. It can be used for sanitation, you know, instead of the alcohol sanitizer. You can use this as a sanitizer. I used it on a really bad rotted tooth and infection that was swollen, as well as washing the mouth out with this, and use that for infections as well. Not a doctor, do not prescribe, but do share my experiences and what I know about the products and how they have helped me in my life. So over here, you'll get to see is my craft tower. And there's my project, which used to be an island. As you can see, it's missing a countertop because those cabinets were once jutted out from that area like an L shape. So now I've taken them out of the middle of the kitchen. They used to be here, and put them over there. So I'll do a concrete countertop, and I will do an island here. Of course, it will take me a while. And this is my area where my DIY for my plants are, my experimentation of plants and how long they last, what will grow, how they grow. So I'll discuss those more. Now this couch was moved from my living room because COVID has kept everyone in, and so you have to find new places for everybody. We're a big family, so this couch will be moved to Tori's room, and I'll show you Tori and introduce you to Tori and her room because there's a project there I'm going to be working on. Oh, and this is a project that I did that I'll talk about as well. So this is a project that I'm going to do that's a DIY. It's going to be some kind of barn doors some way. Right now it's curtains. It was a room for a sunroom. So it became many things before Tori, now my second cousin, whom I care for. She has a brain injury due to drug use. And so this is her room. So what I'm going to be doing DIY in here is we always need space, and I'm going to pause her TV, and I've got cabinets here that are black because I want to introduce and create a whole system along this wall that you see here, where I want to create, because this is a sunroom, there isn't a closet, so I've had to utilize the space to store handicap things for a handicapped person and find places for everything that is needed. Over here, I created a sitting area. I used a pillow from the Dollar Tree, a pillowcase from the Dollar Tree, and an old pillow. So I've decided I'm going to take old pillows. You can buy a new pillow, change out your old pillows, and use the stuffing from it, because then you can change your pillows often enough, and then you can use them for crafts, because you might as well not have to buy the filling that you fill pillows up with and waste money, because we've got to change our pillows out often. So these are plastic that were bought at Walmart. There's a little plastic tub underneath here that's for storage. And so I just found a way to utilize it to look like a seat to give it purpose, because I have to keep everything out of her reach, because her bed's got to be far enough away from the curtains, far enough away from things that she can pull, rip, tear, destroy. We've had that, so I have to be very creative on how we utilize that. And she has a bike for exercising, which I've not been able to get her on it too much. She doesn't like it, but we will get there eventually. We keep working on her, because when I got her, she couldn't walk, talk, eat, or do anything. And as you can see, she can move herself all around. She's got herself up in a pretzel. Say hi, Tori. Hi. And she can talk. You're talking to my Facebook friends. She said, hi, Facebook friends. Yeah. So now she can move. And the talking we have to keep working on. She had a trach at one point in time, and I think it did more damage, and it's really hard. I'm using some enzyme spray that I'll talk about that has helped improve scar tissue so that she speaks a little better and she's better understood, because it's really good for scarring. So yeah, this is a project that I'm going to be working on, so I'll be sharing, me putting the cabinets together and what it looks like. among other things, I have, oh, she's saying bye. Oh, we don't see you, Tori. There you go. Bye to the Facebook friends. Yeah. So, and you'll see in the back, if you look through my window here, is my garden with my greenhouse that I'll also talk about. We're working on permaculture and berms and a fence. So as you can see, I'm very busy taking care of Tori. So I can only do, sometimes my projects don't come out because they die before I can finish them because I'm busy with Tori. So I just keep pressing along and do what I can and what comes out from what I can, because, you know, she consumes much of my life. And so that garden, that permaculture garden, was started last year. I had tomatoes in it, planted some different berries and some trees, and some made it, some didn't. Got some tomatoes out of it because we were in the hospital 50 days last year, and I didn't leave her side very little at all during the end, maybe to come home to take a shower, but I wanted to make sure she made it safely home, so I let my garden go last year. So, but it was the start. We did mulching, boxes down first, mulching. And this year we did, I don't know if you can see through the window, we did hay on a portion of it. Boxes first and then hay. And then I did what was winter sowing. I used water jugs and did the water jugs. Okay, I'm gonna take you back over here to the pan where I'm cooking. I'm going to check on the food. Oh, look how good it's looking. Oh, the water has sizzled it up. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. Now I'm gonna blend a little more because I want those flavors in the sauce that the tomatoes are creating. Yummy. Now, I'm going to turn it off because this is the way I like it right here. Turn it off. Now I'm ready to eat. So I am going to pause and put together a plate and share the end result with you.